Let me know how the audio is. I see Bon in the house. D-Gen Plays is in the house. Wolf's in the house. How's the audio? Let me know. Um, we are going to do a live day trade today. And again, waiting on audio. Can you guys hear me? Let me know in the comments. I'm going to keep going. Okay, audio is good. Thank you, Wolf. Okay, so we're going to do a trade on SPX. And why do I like SPX? Well, if you go to Grok, SPX is, I call it the S&P on steroids. Number one, you get favorable tax treatment. It's 60% long-term capital gain, 40% short-term, even if it's a day trade. So you get, long-term capital gain is better than a short-term as far as taxes go. So it's a 1256 contract, so you get the favorability there. Number one, number two, cash settlement. You can't buy shares of this. It's European style, no assignment risk, and it's larger notional size. It's basically 10x the S&P, and very liquid. You can trade options on this. They have everyday expiries, so super solid there. Blah blah blah. High liquidity. Okay, that's it. So I call it again S&P on steroids. So what's it at? It is trading at 6911, 6,912 now. The S&P's at 691. This is 10 times that. So we're going to look at, we always look at the VIX first. This is the volatility index, the fear index. It is at 1576, super low. We're not in a volatile market. The VIX tells me what DTE I'm going to trade. It tells me the delta I'm going to trade. It tells me if I'm going to do the wing width. We're going to do 10. I'll show you that in a minute. It's the directional bias we'll get to. But when the VIX is high, say above 18, well, 18 is not high, but if it gets above 18, we start to think about just directional trades, put credit spreads, call credit spreads, depending on which way we think it's going to go. But it's low volatility. So we are thinking neutral, which is an iron condor. It's a put credit spread and a call credit spread. So that's the VIX. SPX, I'm thinking neutral. I'm thinking iron condor. Because the green line, if you can see it, let me kind of zoom in a little on that. This is a daily chart. We can go to hourly too, or I like 4 hours as well. But the 9-day EMA is the green line. It's flat. The red line, which is right next to it, if you can see it, is the 21-day exponential moving average. The Bollinger Bands are flat. I mean, this thing, I don't expect much movement in this fund today. If you look at RSI, it's right in the middle, 52. It's overbought if it's below 30, or oversold if it's below 30, overbought if it's above 70. We're right in the middle at 50, 52. Then you look at the moving average convergence divergence, MACD. Again, pretty flat. A little bearish, but moving up. I look at put call ratio. It's at 1.25. That means more people are buying puts than calls currently. So a little bearish, but again, I'm neutral on this today. So we are going to do, with the VIX so low, we're going to do an iron condor, 0 DTE. So we go to, and one thing to notice, pattern day traders. We're going to buy this thing and sell this thing in one day. You can only do that 3 times a week. If you do more than 3 times a week, you are a pattern day trader. You can't do it. So we can't do this every day unless you have 25,000 in your account, which I don't. But anyway, this is Robinhood Legend. We're zero DTE. You can pick your DTEs here. Let me check the comments real quick. Mig's in the house. Good morning. Grumpy is driving. He's working his side hustle. Miggs just got home from work. Hang in there, Miggs. Grumpy Toad. Yeah, everyone, the gang's all here. All right, good. Let me know if the audio goes out or the video lags or anything like that, because I don't do a lot of lives, but Ambassador in the house. What's up, my man? Okay. Let's see. So we're zero DTE, SPX. Currently it's 69.16. The expected move today is only 30 points. So we're at, say, 69.15 minus 30 points, 68.85. So we're going to be outside of that. I'm looking at like a 15 delta here. Our deltas are over here. This is the put side on the right. And again, I will not initiate this trade till 10:15 because I like to let the market settle after the open. Whatever happened overnight, whatever news, Trump talks, the Fed talks, whatever. But you can see it's opening, it's moving up. So let's look at like a 68.80. What did we say our move was? 68. Oh, perfect. So we're going to go ahead and put the order in. We're going to sell the 68.80 put. We're going to buy 10 points lower, 68.70. So that's just the put credit spread. Then we're going to look to the calls over here on the left. And what do we say the move was? 30, we'll say 30 points, and it's at 69.15. 69.15 plus 30 points. 69.45 is what we don't think it'll move past. So back up here. Well, we could do either 69.40 or 69.45. We'll play it safe. We will do the 69.50. We will sell that call, and then we will buy the 69.55 call. That's the call credit spread. So we've got a put credit spread and a call credit spread. Iron Condor, we're short. Limit price 179. We'll recheck this, around in 7 or 8 minutes. I like to wait till at least 10:15. Now, our max loss, it's going to take because we're doing the wings are 10 points. That's $1,000 risk on two sides. So it's $2,000 that will be held in collateral. We aren't going to lose that much because, that's just both. And that calculates here. The max loss is 821. The profit is 179. We will, and once we place the order, I'll show you I'll immediately set a profit take, which I did this on Wednesday. It hit in 4 minutes. So it was like 17% gain in 4 minutes. It was awesome. All right, let me check comments while we wait. Audio's good. Thank you, Miggs. Thank you, Wolf. Alan in the house. What's up? Seeing how the pros do it. I'm no pro, but this works for me. Again, I love SPX for the reasons I explained. Yeah. So, and this will hopefully a quick trade. If not, I will close it at the end of the day. Sometimes if the VIX is really high, I will do a further out expiration Monday, Wednesday, or Friday of next week. I'll still close it same day. But it gives you a little bit of a buffer there. So, okay. Grumpy's out delivering. Who else is in the house? All right, I think we're caught up there. Migs, you're in the city. Rather go for my food instead of paying double. Yeah, Uber Eats, all the the food deliveries, you pay a lot more. Uh, but again, that's good for Grumpy, right? Okay, so we're about 5 minutes away. Our delta on the call still looks good at that price. And on the puts, again, we're 68.80 and 68.70. That's the credit spread. Delta here, 16. Yeah, 14 now, 16. It's moving around, but I still like this. So we're just going to keep this order. The mark now is 177, so we'll adjust the limit price. Always do limits. Do not do a market order on these. So no, it's saying collateral required 1,000. I'm thinking swim. I think it takes 2,000 collateral. Not sure about that. All right, you guys are just chit chatting over here. All right, appreciate it. By the way, thanks for coming, everyone. Like I said, we're going to place this order in about 4 minutes. We may adjust it if we need to, and hopefully in and out. I mean, sometimes it's a couple hours. We're not going to stay live for a couple hours. Don't worry. We'll place the trade, see we'll do our profit close trade, order, and see what happens. And we'll go from there. But anyway, any questions, hit me up in the comments. It's an advanced options order, but if you break it down, it's not. It's just 2 credit spreads. We're going to receive a credit. Right now it's at 170. We'll adjust this right. Well, right now it's at 179, so we'll get $179. Our max loss is 821. We're not going to let it go that far, but if you just calculate that, 179 divided by 821, 21% gain. Now we will close this early and not let it expire. Sometimes I have, but I like if we get 179, I'll set a take profit order to close it out at probably about 90. So we'll sell it for 179. We'll buy it back at 90. We made, $90 in, hopefully a short amount of time. So if it's 90, by the way, 821 risked, 10%. We'll take it. Almost 11%. We'll take it. So Bitcoin is down. Yes. What up, Smitty? Smitty's in the house. These, you're driving and talking options. I love it. So again, SPX, it's at 69.11. It's down 0.03%. I do not expect a big move in this. The VIX is low. Our indicators are pretty flat. So that's why I like the Iron Condor. If the VIX was higher, or we have a lot of bullish or bearish moves here, then we would just do a credit spread one side. So okay, we're getting close. Let's check we're still at this is now a 17 delta. I may move that down. I am going to move that down. Remove that, put that, remove that, and put that. So we just moved it down a little bit to the 68.75 and the 68.65 on the put side. Now we're going to go up to the calls. What's our delta there? Just on the sold. Okay, so yeah, we're definitely going to move this because it went down a little bit since we put that order in. So we're going to remove these. And we're going to go here. Because again, we're only expecting a 30-point movement by the end of the day. And well, this is 25 here. We can roll this though. If it starts to get, if the price of SPX really moves, we will roll the unthreatened side, get a little bit more credit, and go from there. So now we're at 216. Oh, and is it moving? 69.12. I think we're going to place that order. We're going to move the mark up. We're at 226 now. Massive credit. 220. We'll say 221. Boom. Submit. Submitted. Oh, he's going to do 5-cent increments. Duh. So let's redo this. Yeah, you can't do like $1.21 credit. It's got to be $1.20, $1.25. All right, so we're going to do this, and then back to the puts. I'm going to do this. Do 220 because it's got to be in 5-cent increments. Submit. Submitted. Here's the order. When it fills, it'll come up in here. Check comments while we wait for that. Just chit chat. Alan, curious why I was holding off submitting the trade. I wanted to recheck the strikes I was into. Now it's in. This is real money. This is Robinhood. You can't paper trade on Robinhood. You can on Thinkorswim, which I do, to try out new strategies and stuff. So this order is not being filled. It's down to 69.08. Let's see. Well, we're right in the middle there. 195 is the bid, 225 is the ask. Our limit's at 220. So we'll give this a minute. We can always, reassess going in. Again, I don't expect a huge amount of movement in this today. Let's go to looking at the comments. Yeah, you guys are just chit-chatting. Market is down. Yes, it is MIGS. And yeah, okay. Just chit-chat. All right, we're not getting filled here. Because the market's come back up a little bit since we put the order in. So we can reassess. What do we got here? There, okay. Well, these are all my positions. You don't need to see that, but K Silva, I love. Got that paid today or paid yesterday. Okay, so we may have to adjust this. It usually fills right away, but I think the market kind of moved against us a little bit. 69.08. Yeah, we're going to replace this. I thought the credit was a little high, so we're just going to cancel that. And we're going to go back to here. You got to be quick here. So boom, boom. That's the puts. Calls. Here. Boom, boom. Submit. All right. I didn't change it to 5 cents. Try it again. This is why I hate live. All right. Back to the puts. 68.75, 68.65. That's the put credit spread. And then we're going to do that call. We're selling that one and we're buying this one. Got to be 5-cent increments. 215, submit. Submitted. And again, not filling. Oh, it filled. There we go. Okay. So let's go to, let's click this. So we got filled. These are our spreads. And 0 DTEs, bids and asks. Okay, we're good. So now we're going to set a profit take. What did that fill at? Okay. Does it show the fill date or the fill price? We canceled that one. Here we go. Filled at 215. Okay, so we got $215 credit. We're going to set a take profit. What's half of 215? Again, it's got to be 5 cents. 215 divided by 2. So we're going to buy it back at, we'll say 110. So we're long here. So we're going to sell. We're short here. We're going to buy. And we go to our puts. We're long here. So we're going to sell. We're short here. We're going to buy. And what do we say? 110. 110. Submit. So it won't fill till the price gets to 110. This is a theta scalp. 0 DTE time decay is going to be accelerated on the expiration day. And we'll just wait and see what happens. Like I said, the other day it was 4 minutes. So let's check the comments while we wait on that. Again, this is our limit order to buy it back at 110. So let's look at the comments. Let's see. Meg's still here. Appreciate you. Some stocks Robinhood is good. Others the spread is too far. Yeah, that's why I like SPX. You've got good spreads, high liquidity. You expires every day during the week. Wolf, you do as well mostly to buy crypto and stake Solana. I stake Cardano, which I haven't talked about on the channel. I don't own very much, but I do stake that. I really liked that a couple of years ago, and I still hold it. Not a lot, but it does stake. That's on a Yoroi degen is where I stake it. I bought it on Coinbase and then I put it on Yoroi, I think it's called. Let's look that up. I think it's Yoroi. Yeah, it's a light wallet for Cardano. Boom, there it is. It was like 5%. It's gone down. And again, it's not a lot. I don't even look at it. It's just one of those things I thought was going to really move and it never did. But I do like Cardano, so. Do you have a limit that you make 50% of your trade? Yes. On the SPX, it's done. It's already put in. Again, we bought it for, what was it, 215 was our credit. We want to buy it back at 110. It's already entered. Now, as far as getting out of the trade, if it goes against us, then depends on what, if it approaches our calls, if it goes up and approaches our calls, we will roll the puts up, get a little bit more credit. If it really moves, we will close out the calls for a loss and close the whole thing and close to break even. Uh, I like to see um, if we're at two. We got what did we get? Two. What did we say? 215. We got credit. If we buy it back at two times that, say 430. If it gets to 430 for the whole position, we'll probably just close it for the loss. I don't expect that. Again, VIX says no. SPX says no. It's just it's in the charts. So again, it's not moving much. That's good for us. And I want to. Yeah, so our market value is 297. So we're at a loss now. Remember, we sold it for 215. We could buy it back now for 280. Of course, we're not going to do that. We're just going to watch it and let that theta decay and go from there. So that's the trade. Again, the other day was 4 minutes. This one looks like it won't be 4 minutes. Let's get to, here we go. So we keep an eye on it. And, we can chat. I can play the Dividend Degenerates anthem that we made. It's our song. It's not my song. It's our song. So we will watch we'll see if this gets filled at 110, which would be great. And then we'll watch this. If this gets into 400s, we may just close the whole thing or roll one side, the unthreatened side. But it's not moving much. So again, this never scares me if it moves against me right away, because it always does. So we'll just keep an eye on it. And it's coming back down. And we're getting all kinds of texts here. Let's check the chat. Did I answer your question, DGen, about the platform? Is that what you meant on the staking? Yeah, Yoroi is what I do Cardano on. Uber Eats is slow this morning. I know what area you're in, Grumpy. Do you deliver to Columbus, Georgia? Because my mom lives there, and I'm up there a couple times a year. Did I answer your question, Wolf, about the limit? Okay, DGen, I did answer. Appreciate it. Think about adding my trades when it makes 50% within a day or two to close it early. Grumpy is playing. Oh, he wants to hear the song. All right, DGen, I appreciate that. Any others for cryptos? No. I trade. This is funny. I was blocked on Robinhood from crypto. Because I was doing arbitrage on Bitcoin. Back then, and I think they resolved it. I would buy or sell Bitcoin on Coinbase, transfer it to Robinhood, and buy or sell it there. Usually, there was a spread where I could make a little bit of money. Robinhood will not let me trade crypto, so I still use Coinbase, but that was a few years ago, and I'm sure they fixed that. But you could buy Bitcoin. I mean, this is back when Bitcoin was like 3,000. I'd buy it on Coinbase for 3,000, transfer it to Robinhood, and sell it for 3,200. And I did that a few times, and yeah, so that's it. Okay. Yeah. Grumpy, you won't go that far away. If it was closer, you would. Yeah, my mom lives there. She lives right by Fort Benning in Columbus, Georgia. So I get up to see her a couple times a year. DGen in Livingston County, Michigan. You guys are cold. I'm sorry. If you look at the bottom left of my screen, it is 74 and sunny right now in Florida. And yeah, so you guys are going to get hammered with cold and snow. Be prepared. You're going to lose power, a lot of you. So I feel for you. I'll be praying for you. And just hang in there, because it's going to be a cold weekend for you. It's going to be 70s and 80s here. So come on down if you need to. So, okay, we're still waiting on this. Market value is not changing much. So we could play the song now. Yeah, Grumpy. I'm sorry, man. 74, and I think 79 is the high today, and it is sunny. Smitty is cold. I know it, man. Yeah, hang around 20, 54. That's not bad, Grumpy. 42. Rod in the house, R to the O to the D. Haven't played the song yet, don't worry. We placed the order. We did an Iron Condor and SPX. We did it's a put credit spread, call credit spread. We sold a 68.75 put. Price is at 69.18, so it's pretty safe. It was about a 15 delta when we did it. 68.75 put and a 68.65 put we bought for protection. And then on the call side, we did a 69.35 we sold and a 69.45 we bought. So our max risk is, and we got a credit of, what was our credit? Did we say 215? Yeah, 215 was our credit. So our max loss is 1,000 minus 215, which is 785. And then we got 215. So if we let it go all the way, which we won't, that's a 27% gain. And this will be a day trade. Just be careful with pattern day trading rules. You can't do this every day if you don't have 25K in your account. So I like to do this Monday, Wednesday, Friday, depending on conditions. The VIX is low. It's at 15, so not volatile. SPX is flat. The 9 and 21 day EMAs are right in the middle. Bollinger Bands are tight. RSI right at 50. MACD pretty flat. So that's why we do the Iron Condor. If we have a bias, bullish, bearish, or the VIX is higher, we won't do an Iron Condor. It's a neutral strategy. We will do just a put credit spread if we're bullish, call credit spread if we're bearish. So that's it. All right. DD jealous he's not getting snow. No, I'm not. I lived in Buffalo, New York for 6 years. Don't miss it one bit. Snow is pretty. I love snow skiing, that kind of thing, but not living in it, not driving to work in it. And when it's on the roads and it's plowed, it's dirty. No, I don't miss it at all. All right. Back to comments. Let's see. It's supposed to get really cold. Your chickens won't be happy. I won't be feeding them. Yeah. What breed of chickens, Wolf? I've got Australorps, which are very weather tolerant because it does get very hot here in Florida in the summers, and they do very well in the heat. They do very well in the cold. I only had to bring them in once because of a hurricane, and that was last year. Hurricane Milton devastated the area. We were fine here. I'm just north of Tampa, not near the water. But yeah, there's people still not in their house from that storm over a year ago. Rod to the Scott to the J. Yes. Part 2. Do it, Rod. I know you're not a big fan of interviews anymore, but that would be an awesome one. Okay, what else we got? I did get diesel so I can plow my driveway if we get foot of snow. Yeah. You guys hang in there. It's going to be a miserable weekend for a lot of you. Just, hunker down. DJ's been shoveling snow all week. Used to live in St. Augustine. Now you're up in Michigan, right? Yeah, that sucks. But that's what we get, where we live. Down here we get hurricanes. Up there you get freezing stuff. Midwest you get tornadoes. Far west you get earthquakes. I mean, there's no perfect place to live, but I like it right here. I was born in Tampa, and like I said, lived in Buffalo for 6 years. No thanks. Back in Tampa. But I did meet my wife up there, so and I dragged her down here, so it worked out. All right, where we got here? DJN, your neighbor has zombie chickens. Check out the pics if you haven't seen them. They look wild. I've seen pictures of zombie chickens. They're crazy. Wolf has Australorps and cream leg bar and some mixed chickens. Leg bar, is that what's that? The cartoon Foghorn Leghorn? Wasn't he a cream leg bar? I will miss it if my wife and I move to the Philippines. You thinking that, Wolf? Crazy. Alan, this is why I moved to an apartment so I don't have to shovel a foot of snow. Yeah. DJN, smart man, DD. Dizam Philippines, expensive, ain't it? I've heard it's not. Uh, I don't know. I know Mike and Venus live over there, and I don't know. I heard Thailand is much cheaper than Leghorn. Yeah. So I don't know. I probably won't ever leave the country. As move. I've been out of the country, and I'll continue to go out of the country on vacations, but I will not live outside the country. I don't think. You never say never. But I love Florida. It's gotten crazy. Too many people live here now, and you thought they were Thailand. No, Mike and Venus are in Philippines. Uh, Cooper and Brooks, I believe, they're Cooper Thai Adventure. Yeah, they're in Thailand. I did see Rod did an interview with them a little while back. Yeah, they're in Thailand. Mike and Venus are in Philippines, and their videos are fun. If you haven't been on them, he'll sit there for 6 hours drinking beer, smoking cigarettes, and just talking. It's hysterical. So I'm looking at our trade. It's not doing anything. It's at 230, 244, pretty flat. When it's like this, I could let it go towards expiration. The problem there is gamma explosion towards expiration, uh, which is the close today. This is 0 DTE. The gamma will explode, which means your deltas will go crazy, and it can move against you very fast. So I don't like to hold it, till 4 o'clock and let it expire. So I probably won't, but we'll see what happens. Theta is going to decay quick because we're 0 DTE. Theta's at 240 on the trade. That will evaporate quickly. So if this thing stays where it's moved, well, not much. It's at 69.20. Again, our position's still very safe, and we'll keep an eye on it. We won't stay live the whole time. Might do when we cut off of here, we'll I'll keep watching it, and I'll hit the live. You won't get any notice. It'll be a quick thing if I'm going to close the trade. But yeah, it's pretty flat, so I like this. It's neutral. So 69.20 we're at. Again, 0.09%. That's what we want. Expected move is down to 26 now, so it's looking good. Let's go back to the comments. Anything new here? Wolf, your wife wants to go back, and your daughters want to move for college and to be by her cousins. Okay, yeah. I mean, if you've got family there, I get it for sure. I've never been to the Philippines. I'm not related to anyone in the Philippines. But Philippines is cheap, but the infrastructure is not great. Yeah, that's what I've heard. That's what Mike and Venus talked about. But yeah, sacrifices. Wherever you live, there's a sacrifice. Um, Florida, we got hurricanes, we got heat. If I love the heat, I mean, we're on the boat all the time in the summer. Haven't been on it lately. I'll do a live from the boat one day when we get out of it. So that'll be fun. Wolf, you want to move before your health gets too bad? Yeah, buddy, hang in there, man. How's the eye, by the way? I haven't asked you in a while. The older you get, Migs, you understand more and more the phrase "time is money" and you don't get it back. That's so true. Enjoy it, because one thing I can guarantee is all of us will pass away one day, and enjoy life. I mean, it's short stuff, in the when you think about it in the long run. And as we get older, time goes much faster. Remember when you're, 10 years old and just time was you couldn't wait to grow up and it was just going so slow. Now you're grown up and I mean, it's just flying. The years are flying. So still Glory Wolf hanging there, bud. I know you had laser. Did that work at all? She can hire help there for a few hundred a week, and here a home would be Yeah, I mean prices, affordability. That's huge. Live from the boat would be awesome. Yes, DGen, I will do it. I There's no plan on going on the boat anytime real soon. We're still getting pretty chilly mornings here. I think it was in the 50s, which, I'm not complaining. I know you guys are much colder, but 50s on the boat, going in the wind, it can be cold. But yeah, we'll see. I'll definitely do it. Okay, Grumpy likes living in Alabama, low cost of living here, and plenty to do, not far from Atlanta major airport if you want to fly somewhere. Yeah. Um, I got family all over Georgia and Alabama. Like I said, my mom's in Columbus, Georgia. My brother's just north of Atlanta in Woodstock. I've got cousins in little, tiny towns in central Georgia. Rhine is one of them, Abbeville. I've got family in Macon. So my mom's whole family's from Georgia. She was born in Savannah and then moved to Tampa when she was in high school. And then I was born here, of course. Now she's back in Georgia. Okay. Nope, didn't help. I'm sorry, Wolf. Hang in there, man. You got one good leg and one good eye, I guess. Life and aging, yeah. And diabetes, right? I'm type 2, but it's controlled. I had it 15 years. It's just genetic. I'm not overweight. You guys have seen me. I'm not overweight at all. I eat right. I have type 2 diabetes. And so I do watch my sugar intake. But yeah, I take, oral medications for it and seems okay. So we're looking at our trade. It's really not doing a whole lot, which is good. This is a neutral trade. And we could buy it back now for a small loss, but of course we're not going to do that. Uh, we want it down to 110. We'll buy it back at 110. We sold it at 215, and we'll make 115 bucks. And what was our risk again? 785, 27%. That's the idea. On gain on risk. But yeah, it's just not doing a whole lot. Yeah, Wolf, watch your diet, man. You have no choice. I know, man. Hang in there. Migs, I love Coke Zero. I love Coke, but not, the drink. And but I stopped drinking that. Anything I love soda. Anything with sugar I love, but I don't. I do zeros. And the zeros are good. They almost taste the same to me. I know some people say nope, no chance, but I do like Coke Zero. I like cherry Coke Zero. Very good. Um, but I know the sweetener is probably not good for you. I don't drink a lot of them, but I will drink that before I'll drink a regular Coke, of course. Pepsi Zero. Yeah, your Pepsi or Coke. It's like that's like the most controversial subject of the century is Pepsi or Coke. Um, I'm a Coke guy. You know what I mean? The drink. So it is creeping up here. Our calls are still. What are our strikes? 69.35 is our sold call. So we're still 15 points away from that. If it keeps moving up like it looks like it's going to do, we will roll the puts because the puts are in the money as it moves away from the puts. So we might roll that for back down. So we'll just see. We'll watch this. All right. Let's play the song, our anthem, DD anthem, and we'll come back to the trade, see what it's doing. Again, it's not doing a whole lot. It's just fluctuating kind of right around where we sold it for. But we'll play the song, and we'll go from there. All right, here we go.
We don't gamble. We get paid for it. Rec shares, yield max, we just ride that flow. Defiance in the blood, let's effing go. We get paid like the generous, cash flow limitless. Top 10 yielders on the list, check the witnesses. Top 10 returners, drip or no drip, we don't miss. Bag full of divs, dividend gens in the abyss. We get paid like the generous, charts all rigorous. X funds loaded, every pick is looking villainous. Yield so heavy, broke the metrics, broke the estimates. Welcome to the code of the dividend degenerate. Rec shares rocking that volatility, harness, turn that chaos into cash. I'm a yield max artist, yield max, yield boost, stacking premiums, that's my lane. Options on a leash, every contract on a chain. Curve on the side, yeah, we surfing in the flows. Bitwise on the block, crypto income as it grows. Tap alpha in my ear, data whisper in the play. I don't chase hype, I let the yield lead the way. Defiance in my DNA, I'm built to break the mold. They say it's too risky, I say watch the story unfold. Income blast from Turtle Capital, that's my bomb. Div checks detonating, but my mind says stay calm. They call it reckless, I call it the edge. Risk managed tight while I'm walking the ledge. Every X-date circle like a ritual we keep while they chase dreams. We get paid in our sleep. We get paid like degenerates, cash flow limitless. Top 10 yielders on the screen, all conspicuous. Top 10 returners, drip or no drip, that's the flex compound. Every cent turn the future to a check. We get paid like degenerates, charts all rigorous. X funds humming that cash stream continuous. Yield so heavy, broke the metrics, broke the estimates. Welcome to the realm of the dividend degenerate. I'm scrolling through the funds like a DJ with a crate. Curve, bitwise, yield max, line them up, rotate. Rec shares on repeat, that's the volatility spin. Turn the fear into a paycheck, that's a degenerate win. Tap alpha calling plays, I just listen, execute. X funds, information, whole squad looking to steward. Income blast from Turtle Capital on deck. Distributions like confetti, let it rain on my checks. Yield boost, engine revving, let's step and go on this ride. Every dip is a discount, that's a gift from the tide. We ain't chasing mean dreams on a one-night stand. We're building empires off the income on demand. Every red candle, that's a markdown out of fear. Defiance in the strategy, we double down here. Top 10 yielders, top 10 returners, that's the code. Drip or no drip, either way, watch it explode. Bitwise to the curve, see the sectors interlace. Income blast, symphony deals all over the place. From Rex to yield max, this the path that we chose. Let's step and go, we get paid while the story unfolds. We get paid like degenerates, cash flow limitless. Top 10 yielders in the frame, all infamous. Top 10 returners, drip or no drip, still we grow. Dividend degenerate, say it with me, let's step and go. We get paid like degenerates, charts all meticulous. Rex, yield max, yield boost, every move deliberate. Yield so heavy, broke the metrics, broke the estimates. This is dividend degenerate. Roll the credits.
It's just a little bit here. We're getting close to that sold call. So we will stay on a little bit and see if that happens. Like I said, if it gets to that 69.35, it's about 10 points away, we'll roll the puts and we'll leave this and kind of adjust based on that. So yeah, waiting for that theta to decay. That's the time value. Megs has left. See you, buddy. And I'm gonna. I was gonna shut it down, but I'm gonna stay live just for a minute and see because SPX is moving. And again, our call is up here. Our sold calls at 69.35. So we're. I mean, it's still in good shape. We're not gonna panic, of course. But yeah, that's it. We're just waiting to see what happens. Looks like it's kind of dropping back down. All right. I guess I'm gonna probably shut it down unless anyone has any questions or comments. And just be ready. Make sure notifications are all, and because when I go live, it's going to be quick. You know, probably if it gets to the 69.35, I'll go live. We'll roll the puts and go from there. Right now, our puts are very safe. This is our sold put 68.75. The delta's down to 7. Remember, this was 15 when we sold this spread. So we will roll it. We'll close that one and maybe roll up to 68.90, 68.80. Get some more credit and go from there. Thank you, D-Gen. You got to run. Yeah. So I'm going to close it. Let me just check one more time where we're at. Yeah, pretty flat. So I'm going to close it out, but I'll go do a quick live as soon as we get close to that. I'll be watching it all day. This trade, it's tough when I work because you've got to watch it for this reason. It is approaching our call spread. So we'll manage that as we get to it. But I'm just going to watch it. I'm going to shut it down. Thank you all for being here. Hopefully you can jump in when I go live again to close this trade. It'll be sometime today. I probably won't let it expire. If I do, I'll go live, right before the close. But I usually do not do that. So we'll see. By then, theta has decayed enough where this should be in the money. May not get to our 110. But yeah, it's going up. We can buy it now for 300. So definitely it's down, but we're not worried. We don't gamble. That's the song. All right, I'm going to shut it down. Have a great day, everyone. And when we close this out, I will go live again.